right, we are going to start round 2 of our reading vlogs for the Roll Your Next Read dice game that Lindsay and I are hosting for the summer. If you haven't seen our announcement for that or the board or anything like that, I will leave our original video down below. But we are playing this kind of bingo dice game for the summer just to help us pick some reads. And I wanted to do some reading vlogs for you guys, just using these and picking some books off my TBR for them. So this is the second installment here. If you haven't seen the first one, I'll leave it linked down below. But I'm ready to start rolling because I just finished my third one for that vlog. So I wanted to go ahead and get started on the next one right away. Don't waste any time. And we're gonna go ahead and roll for our next one. So let's see what we get. All right, let's see what we get. 5, okay. And 1. So 5 and 1 is dark. Oh, perfect. Perfect. I was thinking about reading My Darkest Prayer, and I was going to read that with my friend Michelle, and we have our reading retreat coming up. So that would be perfect because she's coming. So I'm going to get in touch with her, see if she wants to read it. I think she's going to be down. So let me go grab that real quick. I even have it sitting right on top of my cart here because we had recently talked about it, and then we talked about maybe saving it for our retreat, and it's coming up the end of this week. So yay. All right, so I'm going to get in touch with her and talk about buddy reading this for the retreat. This was sent to me from Krista for our book exchange one year, so very, very excited to get into this, and it's nice and short too. So yeah, very excited about this one. Hey guys, okay. So I just finished this. I was going to update in between, and full disclosure, I forgot. We had a lot going on. I read a good chunk of this during the retreat, which was awesome, and then finished it up a couple days later. So, and in between that time, like, my daughter's 12th birthday happened, and so like kind of a lot was going on, so I just didn't even think about updating or anything. But I did finish it last night, and I really enjoyed this a lot. It's signature S.A. Cosby writing, very dark, very gritty, very raw, very unforgiving. And this one tackles things like police cover-ups in certain cases, corruption within the church, that's a big one in here, and you know, there's blackmail, and there's other things. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give anything away, but this one was actually more sexual than at least Razorblade Tears was. There wasn't that much sexuality or like, you know, sexual things happening in Razorblade Tears, but this one, a whole lot of that is happening in here. So that took me a little bit by surprise. I wasn't expecting that. But not only, you know, sexual scenes and things happening, but kind of the way men are viewing women and their bodies and stuff like that. A lot of that is in here. So I will say that. But I did really enjoy it a lot. I'm going to give it 4 stars. Because this is his self-published work, and you can kind of tell the writing in his traditionally published books seemed a little bit more kind of concise and tied up. So I could definitely tell a little bit of a difference in that, but I still really love the story. I thought it was great, and I loved Nate as a character. He was fantastic. So 4 stars for this one, and another roll down. All right, let's go ahead and pick our next one. Okay. First one is 1. Second, okay, is 1. So favorite. All right. Favorite could be favorite author, favorite genre, favorite color on the cover. Yeah, something like that. Okay. I think I know what I'm going to go with. All right, guys. Happening. I have plans to buddy read this with Jennifer. We have talked about it more than once about reading it together, and we're actually going to do it. And I want to pick this one because TJ Klune is one of my favorite authors, hands down. His books are fantastic and whimsical, and I love them. And I'm excited to get to this one. And this one is not only on my priority for this year, but it is, it was a 5-star prediction and I couldn't get to it in time. And so it's just been on all of my TBRs, and it's on my summer TBR. So time to finally read Under the Whispering Door. Hey guys. Okay, I am about a little over 100 pages into this. I'm about to start chapter 9. Now, here's the thing. I have not had a lot of time to sit down and physically read. So I think I'm going to switch to the audiobook because it is available through my Libby app. And all I want to do is read it. And I don't have time to sit down and physically read. So I think the audiobook is going to be the way to go for me to finish this one out. I have a feeling once I get it on audio and start listening to it, I think I'm going to fly through it. So that's what I'm going to do. But my thoughts so far are I'm in love. I'm in love with Wallace. I am in love with Hugo. I am in love with Wallace and Hugo together. I am in love with Nelson. I'm in love with May. I'm in love with Apollo. I love everybody in this book. It is fantastic. And I'm only 100 pages in. We have more to go. Much, much more to go. And yeah, but I have definitely laughed out loud quite a few times already. And I just love his writing. It's very much giving me the same feelings as when I was reading House in the Cerulean Sea. It's just charming. And I think he is just charming. So, all right. But I'm going to switch to the audio. I'm probably going to fly through the rest of it, so I'll let you know my thoughts when I'm done. But so far, it's going very, very well. Okay, guys. I finished Under the Whispering Door yesterday. And I loved it. I loved every word of this book. The way that this man is able to make me feel so much and make me laugh at the same time is astounding to me. Just the way that he weaves in humor with the seriousness of his books is incredible to me. He's a master at it. I loved the characters. I loved the tea shop. I loved the commentary on, how are you living your life right now? And what would you, what are your regrets if you had them, if you found yourself on the other side of things? And are you really living the life that you want to be living? And it was so good. And again, he had me laughing. And yeah, I loved it. I don't want to say too much because I really don't want to spoil anything, but there's so much in here that is just so good. And I loved it. So 5 stars, an easy 5 stars for me. Okay, so this was a favorite. I can now say, I picked him for favorite because he wrote one of my favorite books, House in the Cerulean Sea. And I can now say, this is my second book that I've read from him. I can now, with confidence, say that he's one of my favorite authors. He's definitely an auto-buy author for me, for sure. So, loved. Okay, now we can go ahead and pick our third book for this vlog, and we're going to go do another roll. Okay, so the last one we got was favorite. So I rolled 2 ones, so this is going to be a double. So I'm going to roll for 2 different prompts, and we're going to make one book work for each one. Okay, first one is 3. Okay, and then 6. Okay. Ooh, big. Yikes. Okay. We'll see what we can do with that. Okay. 2 and 2 and 2. Light. Okay. Big and light. Those are like opposites. Isn't that weird? I'm wondering if I can make this work. I do have a book in mind that I was about to pick up, and I think I could make it work. Let me go grab it. Okay, this one might seem like a weird choice. Hear me out though. This is a very small book. It is short. It is a middle grade. So why am I picking this for big? Because this has 9/11 as the backdrop, and I'm planning to read it in September for my 9/11 book. I'm trying to do that every year right now. Every September, read a book either about 9/11 or one that has it in the background, if it's a fiction. So this is a fiction one. So I'm using it for big because this is a big event in our history, right? This is a big deal. Yeah. And then light, I can use it because this has a light cover, like a light blue, and there's a bunch of white on it as well, which is a light color, obviously. So I'm gonna use it for that. I feel, no, it's not a stretch. You know what? I don't need to explain it. It's definitely a big event, and it's definitely a light blue color, so it works, right? So this is going to be my next one. And I did roll a double for light. So the next time that I roll, I'll do another double, which is good. I'm going to, get some of these crossed off here. So this is for big and for light. And then the next time that I do a roll for my next video, my first one, I will be rolling another double for that. But let me go ahead and get started on this one. Hey guys, pardon the light. It's a little early in the morning and the sun's not quite made its appearance. It's actually pretty gloomy outside, so I don't think we're going to get any sun today anyway. But I did want to go ahead and update you. So I am reading this. I did start it right away, and I read probably 40 pages of it. And then I did put it down a little bit to work on some series books for September, but I have picked it back up and read a pretty decent chunk of it last night. So I'm a little more than halfway through now. It's very, very quick. It's middle grade. So I don't think you can tell, but like it's a skinnier book than normal, and the text is a little like big and the margins are big. So it's going pretty quickly when I am reading it. Now we are following a young boy, and his name is Alex. It's his birthday on September 11th, 2001. And he is going to school with his sister like a normal day, all that good stuff. And 9/11 happens, but he isn't aware of it at first. His father is a transit driver. He drives one of the transit trains that goes underneath the World Trade Center. And his mother is a nurse. So we're following him as school stops for the day and they send all the kids home. He's trying to get his sister home, and they come across this stray dog. Now, Alex has always wanted a dog. He's been begging for a dog for his birthday, for like campaigning for it, basically. And he fully believes that this stray dog that he finds and completely bonds with him, this is his birthday dog. So, kind of dealing with that as well. And right now, they're still trying to get home. They're not even home yet, but they have run into this dog. And he's dealing with some things and some people and some stuff, just trying to get home right now. And he has heard about what happened with the Twin Towers, and he is kind of just now realizing, this is why my mom can't leave work. Is my dad even coming home tonight? This is all starting to kind of dawn on him, how big this is. So, yeah, that's kind of where I am. But I could probably finish this in my next reading session when I finish it. So I will let you know when I'm done, what my overall thoughts are. But I think as of right now, for a middle grade book, it's really good. Hey guys. Okay. So I finished 11. I finished this last night and I liked it. It wasn't amazing. It didn't blow me away. It was a good story. The details were very good in here. It was detailed without it being too much for kids. This is technically considered young adult, I guess, but the main character is 11. It's his 11th birthday. So I kind of consider this a little bit more like upper middle grade. But the details of 9/11 that day are definitely in here without it being too much. I like the way that it was told. We go a little bit back and forth between two different types of scenes. So that was good. And I liked the dog as well. Kind of the role that the dog played in here. So it was good. It was very much, though, an 11-year-old boy and his little sister, younger sister, running around all over the place. Not in New York. They actually live in New Jersey, but like they're running around without supervision. And I'm just like, So, which I know is a thing. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, so there's that. Like they were out all day on that day. When like the safest place for them to be would have been to be home. But there was also a big content warning in here for bullying. That's a big thing in here as well. But yeah, I liked it. It wasn't great, but it was good. So I'm going to give it a 3-star. Probably not going to hang on to it for the long haul. But I did finish it. So that is book number 3 for the rolling. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the next round. I'm very excited about it. So let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if you've read any of these 3 books, and I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day.